Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing City Building Simulation Kingdoms and Castles. The game does not feature a campaign mode nor a tutorial, so you kind of have to learn everything on your own, but it does have 3 different difficulty settings. I'll choose the middle one here, which gives you some enemies you have to deal with, but not a lot, and also a longer growing season for crops. All of the maps are randomly generated, so you can simply just keep clicking change in order to change new ones, although this one is actually pretty decent, so I'll actually keep this one. You choose your banner, give it a name, and there you go. So I'm going to pause. So as with most city builders, you accumulate resources. The basic resources here are wood, which you get from chopping down trees, and later on you can have a forester deal with those. You get stone by mining these light colored blocks here. The dark ones are useless, and you actually have to just clear them, whereas the kind of beigeish, reddish colored one are iron, which we'll need for later on in the game. You have to grow food. That's kind of your primary concern early on in the game. And then you can also get tax revenue later on. To do that, you also need to worry about charcoal, which you get from wood. People need to heat their homes. And then tools and weapons, which you can make out of blacksmith. So, first thing you need to do is place our keep, and I'm going to place my keep basically right in the middle here. You have to connect everything by road. So what I'm going to do first is I need to chop these trees over here, because I'm going to need a lot of wood to start off with. So we'll do 4 chop orders, and then I'll actually unpause the game here. I'll have 4 of those people do that. And then I will make a road go out here. And then I'm going to build farms over here on the side. So you have regular farms, which cost 3 wood, or you can save up for an orchard, which does a lot more food. I'm going to just do some farms to begin with. So there you go. You have little advisors that you can ignore. Yeah, we know we need farms and roads and houses and all that stuff. I also need a house. A hovel for 5. Now, let's see which way I want to go. Probably build houses in this general vicinity here. Seems like the best kind of plan to do is kind of section off your town, have one area for farms and mines, one area for houses, and one area for industry type stuff. So I do need actually build a couple houses. And then away they go. So you don't have to order them, they'll automatically do stuff as they go around here. I will eventually build a forester over here once I get enough resources, but I need to get these basics down first. Food is the first thing you need to worry about. So we will get those going. So basically what your buildings consist of, once you get enough stone, you can do a treasure room, which allows you to charge taxes, which you need to build some of the better structures. You have to build a chamber of war, and then you can do towers and weapons to fight off dragons and Vikings and stuff that'll invade your territory. And you can also do barracks to train forces. As for the town, you should build wells. I'm going to do a mine here as soon as I can afford it, which give you water supply. You build housing to bring up your population cap, and then the rest of these buildings are basically stuff that they'll request over time. Churches, libraries, town squares, and taverns. And they have a certain range for their proximity, so you want to build them close to your houses, which is why you kind of want to build all your houses in the same area. You also do a hospital when the plague arrives and stuff like that. Food producing, basically you just make farms and orchards which make food. It's all generic food. Windmills just make the farms more productive. And then you can store it in a granary over the winter so it doesn't spoil. And then for industry, you mine rocks at the quarry, There's the forester that I'll need, but you have to do the quarry first because you need stone for that. And then stockpiles, things to make charcoal, things to mine iron, weapons and tools, and so on, and repair. And then removing the large rocks over here. That's really late in the game, though. That's it. Those are the only buildings in the game. So pretty simple, simplistic, which is okay. You know, it's fairly relaxing to get going here. So I need to build a quarry. That's the first thing I need. So I need 15 wood for that, which I will get shortly. And then the next thing I want is a forester. So there's my quarry. So it goes right there. So some of my idle people will go take care of that. Honestly, my biggest complaint about the game is the interface does not have a list of buildings. So it can be very difficult to find things. You actually have to click on your treasure room in order to change the tax rate, and so on. And you basically just have to find where it is from memorization only, which can be a problem when you have a very sprawling, large, poorly designed empire to deal with. It also makes it a big pain to close buildings. Typically, I close my quarry in order to, before you have enough population to basically run everything, which is pretty early on in the game. You don't have a lot of stuff going on. Alright, so quarry first, and we can accelerate time here in a little bit. Forester second, granary third. That's going to be my order of operations there. I'm at my pop limit. Sometimes you actually don't even want to go beyond the population cap because you won't have enough food for them. It's also difficult to kind of get the number of workers you want in each thing. Like, it just assigned 2 people here, and you can either open or close it. You can't adjust a specific number of workers, so that's a little bit of a hindrance as well. Alright, so what did I say? Forester. So I need 15 wood and 5 stone. So we're going to wait for that. So I got my 15 wood, and they're going to get 5 stone here eventually. Need a couple more workers for that, though. I really need to get an orchard going also. Which actually, probably should build that first. And let's do another road. Yeah, and see, there's the problem. I don't have enough available workers, so you have to close the quarry, and then they'll go out and actually build that. Kind of annoying. Okay, where's this orchard? It's not fertile enough. There is a fertility limit. Has to be a certain rating for it to work. I don't want to build over this because that's pretty good fertile ground. There we go. Alright, so that'll go there. Food is like primary worry. Yeah, we need more homes. Build another hovel. What? Yeah, I know. I need a granary too. So, as is typical. Alright, let me reopen this. Alright. Too much stuff to build early on in the game. Still will need my forester. Chop some wood. Wood needed. Food won't be a problem. So again, still want my forester, and I do want a granary as well, which I think they cost the same. Yeah, so... Waiting for wood. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Maybe I'll do the granary first. Well, I should do the forest first. Alright. Change my game speed here. Oh yeah, I gotta build a road out there. Darn it. Alright, so here's the forester going up right here is a good spot. And again, gotta close my quarry so people can actually build everything. Until I get my population up. See, now I have 2 idle people though. So go there. And then I actually probably need another house, and then I need a granary. Oh good. I am excellent. Alright. So another house, granary, and then we'll go on from there. Yes, I know I need a granary. Shut up. So there's my forester. And basically every year people visit. What? Okay, good. Yeah, like I could get that building yet. Still want my granary. What's the range on this thing? I can chop over here. And then I think we'll be alright, because then we'll be able to store a ton of food. Yeah, it's all rotting, essentially. Eventually, you'll have to defend against attacks, but that happens so far in the future, you usually don't even have to worry about it. And they're fairly rare, so... See, I want to have 2 workers here. So the way you have to do that is you have to close this. One guy will go over there, and then you can reopen it. So again, it's kind of a really dumb way of doing it, to be honest. Okay, here goes my granary. And no one's available to work on it, so I got to close my quarry again. And then I want to build a cottage. I need 25 wood for that. Oh, I need a well too. Yeah, let's do the well first. That's more important. There we go. Oh, dragon sighted. Yeah, I could raise taxes if I had the building for it. So he's not going to do anything yet. But eventually. So you can see they actually have to carry all the goods around and stuff. So that's something. Waiting for 1 wood. Come on, carry it. There you go. So there's your granary. So that really skyrocketed my food storage. So I'll be good for food. Alright, so now, and I got my well, so that's good. If you click on the houses, it'll show you why they do or do not like you. So for the basic houses, you need to have a well, roads, has a house next to it, and has access to charcoal, which actually I don't even... It's kind of a lie, because I actually don't have a charcoal maker yet, but I will. So let's put them right here. So there's a charcoal maker, and then I do want to build a cottage once I get enough stuff. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, that's what I'm doing next. Oh wait, did I close this? Yes, I did. Again, a list would be fantastic. Alright, waiting for the cottage. 10 stone. Now we'll build it right across the road from the houses. I think I got... No, 10 stone. There we go. Rotate it. There we go. And no one's available to work, of course, because they never are. So we'll close the quarry. Yeah, our food situation will be pretty good. We'll have to build another set of farms or a an orchard later on, but not quite yet. Once the amount of people gets high enough. Okay. So open the quarry back again. Let me do one more farm because it's a good spot for a farm. Oh look, no one's available. There will be once people move in. Let's open that back again. I am excellent. You can see the happiness of them and then click on the thing. So why are these guys mad? No neighbors and they don't have charcoal yet. They will. So basically they want another house next to them. Which is weird. It doesn't count if you're across the street, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. Oh, fire. Is it right outside of my range? No, it actually is in the range of the well, so that's good. They'll automatically fight fire, so you don't have to micromanage that. So that's good. Alright, what do I actually want next? It's a good question. I could build another... Well, I don't need another cottage yet. Windmill might be good. That's got a ton of stone, though. Honestly, nothing really. I could go over... Well, I could build another quarry. You can put more than one quarry on the same rock formation up to, if it's single by itself, up to 4, which is interesting. There's not really that much more I want to get. I mean, once you get the iron mine, then you can build the blacksmith and mason to do weapons, or the blacksmith to do weapons and tools and defend against the thing. And then once you get a ton of stone, you can start building a castle and stuff like that. And that's basically it. You can pretty much control how your stuff is run. What I really do next is get the treasure room up. That basically unlocks the next set of buildings. And get another house. Another cottage. There you go. And then do the treasure room 10 and then 50. It's kind of a lot, but I do have 2 mines on the same thing. So they should be good to go. Yeah, so they're happy. They're happy. Everyone's happy. So good timing on that. City just filled up, so. Should be good. probably okay on food. Yeah, I'm making 70 and eating 45, so it should be fine. That for a little bit at least. I do have 4 idle people, so I might as well put them to work. Where's my treasure room? I need 50 stone. Now, let's, why not do an orchard over here? Oh, gotta extend my road out. So we will do that. There you go. And orchard. And what? I don't know why. Alright, so basically all those idle people are going to go work on this. Build it pretty quick. You need charcoal, you want a road. Okay, well I can extend the road over. That is not a problem. There we go, there's your road. So I really actually don't even need that because my granary is going to get full. But whatever. Well, 6 people idle. Let's build another quarry. If I can get my range up there. Not anymore. Oh, never mind. 2, that's right. Well, at least you got a road so you can move faster. Alright, so I want treasure room, which I can actually afford now, so we'll plop that here. And that will allow me to raise taxes so I can do the Chamber of War to defend against those dragons and whatnot. I actually would like to do the windmill. Adjacent though. I actually need to take out my road and then put it there. I can do a blacksmith too. So after that would be blacksmith and Chamber of War after I get the treasure room up. Yeah, I'll raise tax as soon as I build this thing. Actually, I have like a ton of idle people. Alright, so there's this. So like I said, you can't, if you forget where that is, you can't adjust the tax rate at all. So I'm going to tax them at 1, which is, you know, enough. And that's basically it. You know, the next thing, like I said, would be the Chamber of War once I get 75 gold. It takes a little bit of time, which unlocks the barracks and the towers to shoot at stuff. And then the blacksmith to make tools, which will make your harvesting go even faster, and weapons as well. To build all that sort of thing. So there you go. That's Kingdoms and Castles. It's pretty straightforward, you know, city builder. It's not very complex. It's very, you know, no production change you have to worry about. It's basically just, you know, your main worry early on is food. You really have to keep an eye on that. You know, so you want to build some farms or orchards and get a granary up fairly quickly. Build a couple mines around an iron location. Build a forester to keep your wood coming in. Build a charcoal guy. Build a well, and then you're well on your way to making a fairly decent empire. All of the enemy units that come in are not really threatening enough. As long as you aren't a complete terrible player, they're not really much of a threat to your area, so you don't really have to worry about them too much. So, I mean, it can be challenging to keep up with the demand, especially your food, and you really don't want to outgrow your production. Like, it can control how many people you have by simply how many houses you have, and you just don't want to have, outgrow how much food you have, because you'll really crash your economy if people start dying. When you get a plague and stuff like that, you have to worry about that as well. So there are challenges that you have, but this is not what I would consider a challenging city builder. But it's a nice little relaxing game that if you like city builders, it's something to waste some time with. Fairly mindless, not a lot of number crunching and stuff like that. Interface could use some improvements with like a building list to make it easier to open and close buildings and simply find things that are on the map. But that's really my only suggestion for the game, and otherwise it's fairly effective. That's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.